I'd now like to ask that we observe a moment of silence for prayer, meditation, and dedication. You may be seated. Honorable guests, distinguished VIPs, deans, CEOs of hospitals, the senators, parents, family, and our most special guests this evening, the graduates. I warmly welcome you to this admission ceremony. My name is Professor Flavia Senkubuge, and I am the president of the Colleges of Medicine of South Africa. Whenever I stand before an admission ceremony or a graduation, I'm always reminded of the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, who was a 19th century essayist, he was a lecturer, he was a philosopher, and he said, "What lies before you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you." The CMSA admission ceremonies are always a time of celebration, but also a time of reflection. Reflection on a journey that one has walked to arrive at this point, the sacrifices made, the late nights, the family gatherings that have been missed, and so much more. Tonight, as you sit here together with your loved ones, your friends, and your colleagues, remember that every single sacrifice made was worth it. So enjoy this evening, and may your loved ones also enjoy celebrating the special moment with you, because without their support, none of this would have been made possible. And I want to pause and ask our graduates to please give a warm hand of applause to their family. I also want to say to our graduates that, and to remind you that whatever challenges you have faced and may still face, what lies within you is greater than them all. So always hold on to that as you go forward in your individual journeys. In my own reflection, I always recognize the honor of standing among the best in our fraternity, to stand among excellence, and to stand among leaders in our field who ensured that I could be here today in what will always be a historical moment. And I will say this for the last time, because this is my last admission ceremony as the first Black female president in the 66-year history of the Colleges of Medicine of South Africa. I always recognized this fact at all the admission ceremonies, and tonight is even more special because it's my last one, because representation matters. And I hope that all of you graduates will see the journey that I've walked, and you will see yourself as well in future as a president of the Colleges of Medicine. This admission ceremony has been made possible by the incredible hard work of the CMSA leadership, the board, the senators, and the constituent college presidents and council members, and all our examiners, our candidates, our stakeholders and partners, and our amazing CMSA staff. And I really want to say we do have the best staff ever, and can you please all give a round of applause to our staff. I do want to single out our CEO, Professor Eric Buch, Professor Vanessa Birch as well, our Executive Director, Education and Assessment, Jerome Davis, who is our Executive Director, Finance and Admin, and Mrs. Yolokazi Ganzi, who is our Academic Registrar. It's through your hard work and your leadership and your tenacity, colleagues, that today is even remotely possible. With this, I welcome you all to our admission ceremony, and it is my great honor and pleasure to welcome this evening's guest speaker, my dear friend, Professor Zach Goto, Professor Zach Goto is currently the president of the Colleges of Surgeons. He is the incoming senior vice president of the CMSA, and he's incoming on Thursday, in fact. And he's also the current head of department of the Department of Surgery at SMU and HOD of the Division of Surgery also at SMU. And at SMU, he's also a member of the University Council, where he represents the Senate on the University Council. He's the current chair of the risk committee of what they call the clinics group of hospitals. He's also a board member of the same group. He's the current chairman of the surgical cluster at the Northwestern region. And I want to read you a little bit about his journey and his bio. He obtained his MBCHB degree at the Medical University of Southern Africa, which was the then Medunsa, and now Sefako Makgatho Health Sciences University. And he was admitted then as the fellow of the Colleges of Surgeons, incidentally here in Cape Town. So it's a very special moment to have him speaking at a Cape Town ceremony. He was also admitted as a fellow of the American College of Surgeons and is also a fellow of the College of Surgeons of Central, Southern, and East Africa, and that is abbreviated as COSEXA. Prof. Goto also did not stop there. He holds a certificate, which is the highest qualification at the CMSA, and his certificate is in gastroenterology. He also holds a PhD in surgery from the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Prof. Goto has been involved in numerous pioneering works in laparoscopic surgery, both here at home and also internationally, which include, and I will read just a few of them, the first laparoscopic aortobifemoral bypass graft, which was done in South Africa, the first totally laparoscopic Beauvais syndrome treated also laparoscopically, the largest series of trauma cases done laparoscopically, both here at home and internationally, and many, many more. Prof. Goto is an established NRF-rated researcher, and he's completed his FCR research qualification with the Harvard Medical School. He has published and presented well over 100 full papers and abstracts, both nationally and internationally. He's also a member of many professional bodies, and I'll just name a few. The South African Society of Endoscopic Society, where he's a member of the Executive Committee, the Association of Surgeons of South Africa, where he was the Secretary General and is an active member and is in fact nominated to be a president, and the election happens in August, so we wish him very well in that election. And he's also a member and a faculty member of the European Association of Endoscopic Surgeons. I do want to end off by saying Prof. Goto is really quite a doyen professionally, and he is appointed as a visiting professor at the University of Warsaw and is still involved with that university. And he's been involved as an external examiner with the following international colleges: the West Africa College of Surgeons and the COSEXA that I said is the College of the Central and East and Southern Africa. He is also, Prof. Goto, quite well known as a lead surgeon, and he is the current lead surgeon in the presidential medical team in South Africa, and he was awarded a gold medal for a successful laparoscopic operation which was performed on the late Dada Nelson Mandela and other previous presidents and leaders in our country. Prof. Goto is a passionate teacher. All of us know him as a passionate teacher of surgery, and he has won many numerous teaching awards in surgery. Please, please put your hands together for Professor Goto.
Invitees, and most importantly, the diplomates of the college, with their family members and friends gathered here tonight. It is indeed a singular honor and privilege for me to address you this evening. Not in my dreams did I ever think that I would be afforded this rare opportunity to address the diplomas of this great college at this special occasion, the admission ceremony, which is the rite of passage, as it were. Let me thank you, Madam President, and your team for the privilege of the podium. The focus of my talk this evening is twofold. Firstly, I want to focus on the achievement tonight as diplomates gathered here. Thirdly, by passing the diploma of the examination of the CMSA, which is in fact the primary reason why we are gathered here tonight. I shall spend a few minutes on that. And secondly, I want to reflect briefly on what I call the silent revolution in the corridors of the CMSA, the main reason why so many of you are here successful tonight. I will share my thoughts on this great story. With regard to the first stanza of my talk, as I share my congratulatory message to all of you, successful diplomates, my address this evening is entitled as follows: Banishing Mediocrity to the Rubbish Bin of History. This is apropos CMSA unshakable pursuit for excellence that has been evident for a number of years. Never, never again. These were the iconic ways of the departed legend of this land, Nelson Mandela. Although the context was slightly different when these ways were used, Madam President, it is my carefully considered opinion that these ways are as pertinent and relevant this evening as they were decades ago when they were uttered. Let me explain. There's a little demand in society today for excellence, but a much greater demand for mediocrity. In this tumultuous world characterized by the so-called professionals that are laid back, that just want to get by with little effort, the CMSA took a well-considered decision to pursue excellence relentlessly. All of you sitting here this evening bear testimony to that. The college took a conscious effort to lift its game, as it were, and continues to do so for generations of diplomates, fellows, and subspecialists that sit for its examination across the breadth and width of this country. Just like those that went before you, this college is unwavering in commitment to quality. The naysayers may have a different view, but the reality on the ground is different, as I'll explain in my address tonight. That is our brand, our unique CMSA brand. As you all know, the purpose of the diploma, or to obtaining a diploma, is to gain skill sets that enable you to have improved patients' outcomes throughout, within the country and outside. And the core purpose of CMSA, I quote, is to promote the highest degree of skill and efficiency in medical and dental practice, not for pecuniary profit, but for the benefit of humanity. There are no less than 16 different high-quality diplomas offered by CMSA as represented in tonight's admission ceremony. On a personal note, as the Madam President has already indicated, this admission ceremony brings very fond memory when I was admitted as a fellow of the College of Surgeons in 1992 here in Cape Town. That's exactly 30 years ago. I remember how it felt to wear that beautiful college gown and listen to my name called and getting congratulated by the college president on the stage. I can imagine how excited all of you feel tonight as you are about to be called to the podium to be personally congratulated by Madam President for having passed your diplomas. Mighty congratulations to all of you. You have passed the diplomas of the CMSA. These are absolute quality diplomas, I can assure you. I recall vividly many years ago when I was working in General Hospital in the Vaal in the Gauteng province. My chief anesthetist was a diplomate of this college. We did all kinds of complex surgical cases, and he was such a competent anesthetist. This bears testimony to the quality of the diplomas that CMSA offers. Ladies and gentlemen, you have worked very hard during your study towards a diploma qualification. As you look back at the time you have spent studying, you realize that indeed you have come a long way. As you sit back with a feeling of great accomplishment, and look back with pride. Indeed, you can attest to the Chinese proverb that says, I quote, "A journey of 1,000 miles start with the first step." You have indeed traveled 1,000 miles. This evening is not really for long speeches. Please sit back and relax and enjoy with your families and loved ones your great success. For this is a very rare occasion to celebrate this massive achievement in your professional life. This day only comes rarely in one's professional life. It may never come again. Remember your family at this time. They supported you through thick and thin for you to be here tonight. Thank them deeply, for they have made profound sacrifices to make it possible for you to be here tonight. Remember those that have guided you, that have mentored you, the people who have taught you and encouraged you to excel. Always honor them for as long as you live, for that is the start of professional wisdom. The following quote by John Clifford Whittier is very much appropriate at this point. I open quotes: "When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh. When all pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't quit. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint on the clouds of doubt, and you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It is when things go wrong that you must not quit." Close quotes. I want to assure you that you chose the right college to do a diploma. Your mentors are very proud of you that you have successfully navigated through this robust program. As you celebrate your success and get back to your individual spaces, let me give you some advice. You must have grit, guts to be able to treat your patient. You must have resilience. You must show initiative and, of course, tenacity. But above all, you must have integrity. Work hard as you can. Do not look for compliments, but treasure the few you get. Don't assume that things will be done, but make sure that they will get done. Eat what you can, sleep when you can, but most importantly, look after yourself. You are the biggest investment in your life. Remember that you will make mistakes, and everyone else expects you to make mistakes. If you do, own up to them. Training is not what you do to get a career, but it's part of your career and it never ends. Help your fellow colleagues if you can. Don't be afraid to call for help. Be nice to everyone. Teach others what you know, and you learn more yourself. You will make mistakes, learn from them, and do not resent honest criticism. The fastest way to get fired is to lie or throw blame elsewhere if you are at fault. People can forgive mistakes. They are not so forgiving on matters of failed trust. Medicine, whatever special, is about personal honesty with yourself primarily and with your colleagues secondarily. You must hate mediocrity with a passion. There's a huge responsibility in being a diplomate of this great college. This is an organization steeped in great tradition. You dare not fail or let us down. Otherwise, I'm sure Madam President and a formidable team will come after you. We all have this irrevocable resolve to make CMSA the go-to college on the continent, and indeed in the world. As a CMSA, we remain unrelenting in our pursuit for excellence, no matter what. This is the goal that CMSA has set as a professional organization. We must follow the great men and women that went before us. To see well, we must stand on the shoulders of giants. Indeed, there are many giants from this organization that have gone before us. Quite clearly, you are naturally well endowed with intellectual brilliance and the right genes. That is why you are all here this evening as great winners. All that we need is to continue to develop capacity for prodigious work output, buttressed by an enabling work ethic and discipline. As you leave this admission ceremony and take a bold step into the future, your commitment and dedication to duty and public service must remain unquestionable. Take the benefit of your diploma qualification tonight into the jungles of Mpumalanga, into the hills of KwaZulu-Natal, into the metropolis of Gauteng, into the desert of the Western Cape, into the Highveld and beyond, the whole of South Africa, Africa, and beyond. Your work must speak for itself. The world will judge you by what you say and do. Your dedication to your work will select you out from the rest. In the quest for saving your patient, you must be unrelenting and compromising. The care of your patients must be the apex of your priorities. Let me now address you as South Africans and compatriots. As a nation, we need a workhorse mentality. We need to reclaim the same faculties as those of our great leaders, Tambo, Mandela, Sisulu, and others. To succeed in transformation of our college and country into a superior one, we require bold risk-taking. We require a triumphalist attitude. Your journey to this point has been an emotionally overwhelming experience, but you have now reached the end of your diploma training, but alas, perhaps the beginning of your career. At this point, as you raise your glass of champagne, enjoy good wine and food in celebration of your epic journey, remember all those that have made it possible along the way. This brings me to the second part of my talk, the silent CMSA revolution. I recall how far removed the CMS was from the community it serves 30 years ago when I wrote my exams. The mere mention of CMSA struck terror in the minds and hearts of everyone. Over the years, through visionary leadership, especially under the leadership of the current president, the college has undergone a silent major revolution. The college has undergone serious rebranding. It is now called the People's College. The CMSA has undergone serious transformation, as you can see through its leadership. Madam President, we see you as a pivot, the pivot around which the college has grown and continues to grow. You grabbed the bull by its horns and started cleaning the college in earnest. There were many risks and challenges along the way, but you acquitted yourself very well. As a new presidium prepared to take this college forward, indeed you have big shoes to fill. What will keep the new presidium going is the fact that we all stand on the shoulders of giants like yourself, Madam President. As your term as president draws to a close, please know that you have left an indelible mark in our hearts. You have left a legacy. A big thank you to you, Professor Sinkubuki, for the outstanding work you did for this college. To all of us who have worked with you at this college, this quote by Anonymous collectively sums up our feeling. Open quote. Some people come into our lives and quickly go. Others stay a while, make footprints in our hearts, and we are never the same again. Close quote. To the diplomats once again, you must be even more proud to be admitted as diplomats at this People's College. The quality has remained, the assessment process has become robust and more objective. For the first time, the college has full-time educationists and assessment experts in its ranks. Indeed, we have come a long way. As I conclude, I would like to leave you, the successful diplomas, with this quote from the departed legend of this country, Nelson Mandela. Open quote. I have walked that long road to freedom. I've tried not to falter. I've made mistakes along the way, but I've discovered a secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I've taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the mist that surround me, to look back on the distance I've come. But I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom comes responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my work has not ended. Close quote. Indeed, successful diplomats, your work has not ended. It has just begun. I thank you.
Prof. Goto, I don't really have words to say after that powerful, powerful speech. We've heard you, and thank you for your kind words as well. I now want to call the incoming president, Professor Fagan, to hand over a gift of thank you to you, Mr. President.
Madam President, we will now be presenting medals to candidates that obtained outstanding results in their respective examinations. Diploma in Allergology of South Africa, the Eugene Weinberg Medal is presented to Jo Nel van der Westhuizen in the October 2021 examinations. Diploma in Child Health of South Africa, of the Pediatric Management Group Medal, presented to Luke James Fletcher in the October 2021 examinations.
Well done. Well done.
Diploma in HIV Management of South Africa, the HIV Clinicians Society, presented to Anne Williams in the October 2021 examinations.
Well done, Anne.
Diploma DPEC South Africa, the Walter G. Kluk Medal, presented to Jordan David Robinson in the October 2021 examination.
Well done.
Madam President, we now proceed to present successful candidates for admission to respective diplomas by examinations. The Higher Diploma in Family Medicine of the College of Family Physicians of South Africa, Kalantanda Jerome Kongolo. Madam President, I present a successful candidate for admission to the Diploma in Anesthetics of the College of Anesthetists of South Africa, Fahima Akunji. Abigail Kirsten Davis. Feni Mechameno Iyambo. Onesimus Hambabi Tangi Kamenye. Ziad Mohamed Limalia. Amal Mustafa. Viantha Patha. Lebogang Notria Ramapuputla. Ion Truta. Madam President, I present successful candidates for admission to the Diploma in Child Health of the College of Pediatricians of South Africa. Lilja Ndapanda Dinomukwati Asipala. Marco Caldeira. Robert George Klute. Genevieve Serena da Silva. Azaria Erasmus.
Well done. Congratulations.
Kimona Govenda.
Congratulations.
Lahia Donateni Ipumbu. Kanyisa Junior Mururi.
I love your shoes.
Masiakhane Saji Musehla. Gabriela Tandeka Pereira.
Well done.
Lindsay Sadi.
Well done, Lindsay.
Shanice Leslie Snyders. Stephanus Johannes van der Westhuizen. Madam President, I present successful candidates for admission to the Diploma in Forensic Medicine of the College of Forensic Pathologists of South Africa. Yasmin Abdul. Sarah Pillay. Madam President, I present successful candidates for admission to the Diploma in HIV Management of the College of Family Physicians of South Africa. Andrew David Fourie. Sibongile Precious Gininza. Alida Maria Hugo. Umar Jacobs. Sidika Jakut.
Well done, Sadiq. Well done.
Zine Jobela.
Well done.
Amika Kemp. Kensani Marilyn Khoza. Marco Caldeira. Marike Kleinhans.
Hope you'll come see me.
Mampi Johanna Mabelani. Muepeng Joyce Maseko. Genevieve Serena da Silva. Lahila Donateni Ipumbu. Lianechi Leni Mukhoba. Virginia Lebone Muhlala. Refule Mokhotu. Rowan Robin Nelson. Unati Nomzamo Ngumba. Zoliswa Zakiti Ngumalo. Hawa Paka. Reshma Prasad. Anika Ru. Ilke Ruben. Lutfia Sheikh G. Moti. Nicole Kala Smith. Mphatso Lisa Kumpumula. Madam President, I present successful candidates for admission to the Diploma in Mental Health of the College of Psychiatrists of South Africa. Lee Rian Bachis. Sandisiwe Kema. Nicola Ulrike Mengis. Frederick Cuthbert Raw. Madam President, I present successful candidates for admission to the Diploma in Obstetrics of the College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of South Africa. Luwaji Adernomola. Salathiel Letsoalo. Lungiswa Aretha Mseleni Mabaso. Randall Shane Ortel. Rahishka Peters. Mariam Popklanker. Heather Elizabeth Rai. Bianca Strachan. Marvin de Villiers. Andrew David Foree. Madam President, successful candidate for admission to the Diploma in Mental Health of South Africa, Lutfia Saigji Moti.
Just give a minute to our graduates to get to their seats. want you to please give a round of applause to our graduates. In closing this admission ceremony and in welcoming our graduates, I want to, on behalf of the CMSA, say to all of you, our graduates today, you are now officially part of a select few that have the privilege of holding a CMSA qualification. You are now members of this great college. With that in mind, do not forget that even with great achievement, remain humble, remain grounded. Your hands have been entrusted with the lives of people who are extremely precious to someone. These people that we call patients, they are mothers, they are daughters, they are sisters, they are grandfathers, they are sons, they are brothers. I want to repeat, they are very, very precious to someone. And so my hope for you all is that your hands may always be guided by humility first. Continue to read, as Professor Cotto told you, to search for answers, to grow, to broaden your minds, remain in our beautiful country, remain humble, and never ever lose your humanity. And I do want to say something else, that in everything that you do, remember that your career is geared towards taking care of others. And I want to repeat the words of Professor Cotto, which all of us sitting here on the stage would have loved to hear. But please, never forget to stop and take care of yourself. And I do want to repeat that again. Take care of yourself, remember to rest, remember to recuperate, and when you need to, please take time off in order to look after your physical and mental well-being. Always be kind to yourself, always be kind to others, and always be gentle with yourself. Always remember, and I say this as my last admission ceremony, and I say it to all our registrars and every single person that we meet, that here in the college and even outside in our fraternity, your voice matters, you matter, and you count. I want to thank the entire CMSA family and staff, our stakeholders, our partners, and I really want to close by wishing you all the best in your journeys going forward. Do set the trail ablaze. Do not be deterred. Be bold, be ambitious, and remember always to serve. I leave you with the words of one of my favorite poets, Walt Whitman, who said, "Keep your face always towards the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you." And with that, I'd like you to please stand as we sing the national anthem.
See
For the last time from me, by the power vested in me as the President of the Colleges of Medicine, I now conclude the proceedings.
We will toss aside our care, and with all